This keyword, maximum time the interviewer will ask throw versus throws. What is the purpose of throw keyword and what is the purpose of throws keyword? Suppose I will write, suppose we saw arithmetic exception. I'm taking an example. Let's throw example. Suppose I am writing int x equals to 10 by 0. System.out.println. Let Java program. Now this is what this line representing exception. So this is called as implicitly an exception object is throwing. Throw. Suppose I am throwing a ball. Somebody is catching that ball. So here in our context, somebody is throwing a ball. That means programmer is throwing. Ball in this context an exception object. To whom? Who is catching? To whom? To the control. Sometimes to fulfill the requirement, the programmer manually hand over an exception object to the control. For this we use throw keyword. Throw keyword. That means I'm writing sometimes to fulfill the program requirements, the programmer hand over an exception object manually to the control. For this we use throw keyword. That means the throw keyword is used through an exception object explicitly. It is used, it is specifically used in customized exception, which is very important terminology in this chapter, customized. So explicitly we are throwing. Directly we will hand over an exception object to the control. We will say, yes, you take high control, you take this exception. Question may arise, sir, why I will give the exception object to the control manually? So I will show you customized exception. You are going to an ATM machine. You are inserting your ATM card. Unfortunately, so you have forgotten what is your balance. Let it you have 10,000 balance in your account, but you are trying to withdraw 15,000. Then your availability balance is less than withdrawal balance. Then immediately one message is coming. Sorry, insufficient fund. So internally the application have developed when availability balance is less than withdrawal balance, I will throw an exception. Not sufficient fund exception. Very customized. So we will cover that point. Whatever we define the exception, arithmetic exception, array index out of bounds exception, null pointer exception, or a built-in exception. There is no use in real-time scenario. I know 10 by 0 that is representing an exception. Why I will write as the developer that if I will think. Okay, so basically in real-time scenario, customize the exception that we have to use. So particularly this throw keyword we will use for customized exception. This is called as implicitly. Implicitly, this is called as implicitly an exception object is throwing. Arithmetic exception. So whatever the output we are getting, job control S, Java dot, now I will hit run. So output we are getting Java dot lang dot arithmetic exception colon division by 0. Same point I will represent by using throw keyword. So what I told, throw keyword, throwing an exception object. Arithmetic exception is a built-in class name. So now I will create an object of arithmetic exception. We know that new class name, that is object new arithmetic exception. New class name, this is an object. Class name, object name equals to new class name. That is one way that we are declaring an object, and this is the another approach to represent an object. New class name parenthesis. Now, new arithmetic exception. Arithmetic exception is a built-in class. So, new arithmetic exception parenthesis, it is representing an arithmetic exception object. Just before, I will put throw keyword. And within bracket, within double quote, whatever we will write. Description. Division by 0. So, within double quotes, whatever I will write. So, this is the description. So 10 by 0 output and this line output is same. And this line is called as explicitly we are throwing an exception object to the control. That means we are handovering manually arithmetic exception object to the control. You see, now I will save, I will run. Same output that I will get, same exception message, exception in thread main java dot lang dot arithmetic exception colon division by 0. So 10 by 0 output and this line output is same. 10 by 0 we are saying implicitly an exception object is throwing here using throw keyword. So it is representing an exception object explicitly we are throwing to the control. So I hope you got the clarity. But throw keyword that we will use especially only for customized exception. So in my next session, I will show you what is customized exception and I will take an example for the customized exception and I will give the clarity and we will see. So how throw keyword we are using for customized exception. So overall, you will give the answer throw keyword we are using for which purpose? Throwing exception object explicitly to the control.